How do genes affect earlobe shape for kids? Imagine looking at your family photos and noticing some people have ears that hang down, while others have ears that seem to connect directly to their head. Have you ever wondered why that is? Well, the answer lies in our genes, which are the instructions inside our bodies that tell us how to grow and develop. Genes are like tiny blueprints that decide many things about us, including how our earlobes look. In the past, scientists thought earlobe shape was simple. They believed that if you had free earlobes that hang down, it was a dominant trait, meaning most people with that trait would pass it on. If you had attached earlobes that connect directly to your head, it was considered recessive, so both parents needed to pass it on for a child to have attached earlobes. This idea made it seem like predicting earlobe shape was easy, just like flipping a coin. But now we know it's much more complicated. Recent studies involving thousands of people from all over the world have shown that at least 6 different genes influence earlobe shape. These genes are called EDAR, SB5, MERPS22 ADGIG6, KIA 1217, and PAX9. Each of these genes contributes a small part to whether someone has attached or free earlobes. This kind of inheritance is called polygenic, which means many genes work together to create a trait. The EDAR gene is especially important because it has a strong effect on earlobe attachment. But even knowing about these genes doesn't let us predict exactly what a child's earlobes will look like. That's because the genes can combine in many different ways. For example, two parents with attached earlobes can have a child with free earlobes, and two parents with free earlobes can have a child with attached earlobes. This is because each parent can pass on different combinations of the genes involved. It's also interesting to note that earlobe shape isn't just about being attached or free. Earlobes can vary in size and shape, and they can connect to the head at different points. Some earlobes connect high up near the ear cartilage, while others connect lower down. These small differences are also influenced by genetics, but scientists are still learning exactly how. Sometimes, earlobe appearance can be affected by rare genetic conditions. For example, Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome can cause larger, creased earlobes, while Cornelia de Lange syndrome might lead to smaller or missing earlobes. These conditions show how genes control more than just the shape of our ears. They are part of how our bodies develop overall. Understanding how genes influence earlobe shape helps us see how complex inheritance really is. It makes a great example to explain to children because they can look at their own ears and see the differences in their family. This knowledge also helps families understand that traits are often passed down in ways that are not always predictable. While earlobe shape isn't a health concern, learning about how many genes work together to create traits can help us understand how more serious genetic conditions are inherited. So, in the end, genes do affect earlobe shape, but not in a simple way. Many genes work together, and their combinations can produce different results even within the same family. This makes the story of how we inherit traits like earlobe shape both fascinating and a perfect example of how real genetics works.